come with me and my mom to celebrate the new year with a road trip to Florida with Key West as our destination. Find out the tours to book, the stops to make, and the food to devour that will make this an unforgettable experience. Buckle up and let's hit the road to Key West. Alright, so welcome back to Traveling with Tim. Currently we're in Fort Lauderdale. I'm taking my mom on a trip to Key West. I've seen on TV for years where they lower a drag queen from a high heel shoe in Key West for New Year's, and I want to see it in person. So I already booked myself, but then I invited my mom last minute, and stay tuned to see if I regret that decision.
Oh, please.
We started our journey yesterday. We just stopped in Jacksonville, went to Topgolf with my dad. Didn't take any video of that. You don't really need to see that. However, today we stopped in Fort Lauderdale. Let me show you a few videos to catch you up. All right, our first stop of the trip, and I'm with my positive mom, who does nothing.
Hey!
So we are stopping in Fort Lauderdale at the Jungle Queen boat. We're going to see some very expensive homes. Our 90-minute tour began at 2:30. It was easy to find, and there was a paid parking lot pretty close to where we boarded. Tickets were about $30, which I found to be reasonably priced. There was 2 levels to the boat, but honestly, I don't think there were bad seats. The upper deck was more popular, so if you're going to go, get there early to get your seat up top. The tour guide was great, and was actually funny. Sometimes you go on these types of tours, and the jokes are just stale, and there's just a few chuckles. But I honestly enjoyed the information provided, with the humor and the balance of both. There was a bar and bathrooms on board, which was nice, and it was an easy, smooth ride. A nice touch is that you can buy a parking pass on board for the nearby parking lot, and the pass saved us about $30. I was a little skeptical if it was going to be worth it, but it definitely was if you plan to walk around the food venues nearby or visit the beach right across the street.
The cut it. And the bun's toasted. Wow. Oh yeah.
Describe what you're tasting.
Butter.
Alright, so we finished our tour. Don't expect to see like major celebrities' homes. It's not Miami, it's Fort Lauderdale. But there was basically a lot of like CEOs and founders' homes here. We then got a lobster roll, which was delicious. And now I'm just waiting for a little bit more food. I ordered a cheeseburger egg roll. No, a cheesesteak egg roll and pork bao buns.
That is different. It's good though. It's good.
We took advantage of the parking pass, ate at the strip right where you board the boat, and took time to relax on Fort Lauderdale Beach after. Also, the link to the tour is in the comments.
We just got off the Jungle Queen tour, and that was spectacular. Everything was so pretty. It was a smooth ride. Beautiful view of homes, the water. Oh, it was something to see, and the perfect weather for it. They had a bar on the boat, so I visited the bar, but just once, and it was only like $1 more than it is at home. So I was happy with that.
And then right where you get on the cruise or the tour, there's also a little place where you can get some food, which we had some amazing food. The lobster was spectacular. Mom's obsessed. She said it's the best thing that she's had in a while. And now we just came across the street and we're on Fort Lauderdale Beach and just kind of enjoying the views, people watching a bit while the sun goes down, and then we're going to be back in the room to rest so that we can go to Key West tomorrow. All right, now that you're caught up, tomorrow we actually leave from Fort Lauderdale to Key West. It's about a 3.5-hour drive, and then more surprises, enjoyment, and tune for us. So stay tuned. All right, good morning from day 3. We are in the car.
Good morning.
And we are heading to Key West today. We're gonna make a few stops along the way and see some pretty water. So let's go. Good morning. Google says the drive from Fort Lauderdale to Key West is about 3 hours and 45 minutes. Sadly, our day did not reflect that time span. I made a list of stops to enjoy at various keys on the way, but it just didn't work out due to traffic. The majority of the road to Key West is just one lane, and it seemed like a lot of people were going to Key West with us for New Year's. We did stop at the Rain Barrel to see the big shrimp, but actually ate at Lazy Days. The food was pretty good, not the best of the trip, but the view made the food taste even better. I got the coconut shrimp, and Mom got the peel and eat shrimp. I wasn't a fan of the restrooms, but I would still recommend the stop. The drive is gorgeous. Be prepared to want to stop, get out, and breathe it all in. But we couldn't do that due to a tour I had booked already. These are the stops that I would recommend from my research on the way down to Key West. I booked a sunset catamaran for our first of 2 nights in Key West. Ticket prices were about $80 per person, and there were a lot of different tours that offered the same thing, so I just went with the highest rated option.
This was a stressful day, but I'm so glad that I made it.
The tickets included a form of an open bar and also food. The drinks were basically an option between 1 type of wine and 2 options of beers. I would just say a great element was that they were very diligent about refilling our drinks often and making sure we were having a great time. Another great element was a live band, and I guess you just have to hope that the band for your catamaran plays the type of music that you enjoy. We had country, and the other half of the people that had our same time slot went on a different catamaran that had rock music. We enjoyed that people on the shore and a docked cruise ship next to us enjoyed the music as well. We passed by Mallory Square and witnessed so many people waiting for the nightly sunset celebration. Unfortunately, the clouds blocked our view this night, but it was still an incredible time and worth the money. I will put the link in the comments. We went back to the hotel to reset, and by the way, the hotel was a 10 of 10. I'm going to let you see more of the room later. It's a beautiful property and so central to where you really want to be. After our reset, we left the room to get some dinner at the Stinking Crawfish. The crab roll was delicious, and we also ate fried alligator that Mom really enjoyed. Lastly, we saw a tour bus full of fellow gays wishing us a Happy New Year when leaving the restaurant, which was a chef's kiss to the meal.
I like it.
You do? I was kind of concerned because the last time I had a crab roll, I was in New England and it was amazing. So I was like, oh, maybe it won't be as good. This was a different kind of crab roll. Like, it wasn't like chopped up meat. It was all like, it was lumped meat. It was delicious though. I really enjoyed it. The bread was so buttery. And the sauce they put on top, like remoulade, was zesty. It hit the right parts for me. It was delicious. So I dropped my mom off at the hotel just so she could rest. I got a big ass peanut butter cookie and I'm just walking down. I'm walking down Duval Street. Just kind of browsing at what's going on. Not really gonna do anything. Gonna get back to my mom soon, but very active nightlife. I'm just gonna say that the peanut butter cookie I got was amazing and something my mom and I still talk about. This was a weeknight on Duval Street, which is the main street of Key West, and so it wasn't too chaotic. I walked for a bit, checking out the shopping side of Duval Street and then the bar side, and then went around just to check out the Christmas decorations on the streets surrounding Duval. I didn't expect Key West to be so beautifully decorated, and it was definitely a high just to walk around and experience the bit of magic that night. So today was our first day of actually sleeping in, and then we got in an Uber because I didn't want to figure out parking, and we came to Fort Zachary Taylor State Park. And it's a really nice beach. It's $2.50 per person just to get in. The Uber dropped us off, and we're just looking at the gorgeous water. And I walked the beach a little bit while Mom watched the birds, which she enjoys.
What I'm enjoying about this is just the peacefulness. The sound of the ocean is just beautiful. We're not used to seeing water look like this, and it's just beautiful.
And then to touch on that, it is kind of good to be outside of like Duval Street, and then to balance it out with this kind of peace. So Fort Zachary Myers does have an actual Civil War fort here, as well as just beach access. So the people today we saw, even though it's 66-degree weather, people are laying out, getting in the water. You can snorkel, all kinds of things here at the beach. Now we're waiting for our Uber, so we're gonna go to Mallory Square and see if we can get Mom some food while we're there. We stopped for lunch at Salty Frogs. It was a convenient spot and we enjoyed being able to people watch, but otherwise, not a stop I'd say is a must. And yes, that's a chicken just wandering around. You'll see them everywhere in Key West and they are protected. The only reason a chicken would cross the road to get to Salty Frogs would be for their cheese curds, I'd say. Served with a caramel sauce, which was different but so delicious. Former President Harry Truman's car passed us by while we were eating, which is used to draw attention to his former house in Key West that's now a museum. We checked out the surrounding area and then went to explore Mallory Square. If I had one more night, I would have definitely spent an evening going to the sunset celebration that happens nightly in Mallory Square. There's usually bands, vendors, and tourists all gathered to celebrate the beautiful view you get watching the sun go down. Just as an FYI, Key West is a popular docking spot for cruise ships, so you'll often see them parked here. And you'll experience a lot of tourists from the ship exploring this specific area. We took a bit of time to explore Duval in the daytime, grabbing a drink from the smallest bar, and we took it back to our hotel to sit and enjoy the gorgeous garden area. We sat under a tree near a pool and talked a bit before heading upstairs to rest. Warning, there is no elevator and we were on the 3rd floor. Mom was not a fan.
They got to figure out some other kind of way to get up here.
Alright, we came back to the room, we rested because we're going to try to keep Mom out until midnight tonight. We're about to leave the room, get food, get some more souvenirs, and then maybe post out so we don't have a horrible view of what's going to happen. And so our first stop is at Kermit's Key Lime Pies. Key lime is a staple of Key West, and we're going to do a little taste testing. I don't like sour or bitter, so we'll see how this is. It's not bad.
Huh?
I think it was sweet, it was tart, it was good. And Mom prefers the strawberry.
Oh, the strawberry one's good. I like this one.
Why'd you even call me up when I never wanna see ya? I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather click ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam, 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 but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow, baby.
Key West has 3 main celebrations that happen on New Year's. A conch shell drop at Sloppy Joe's, a pirate winch drop at Schooner's Wharf, and the one I drove all this way for, the giant red shoe drop with a drag queen inside at Bourbon Street Pub. Most New Year's, I spent watching CNN cover Times Square in New York. They had a correspondent that would report from this event in Key West, and I finally pulled the trigger and decided to attend. We got to Bourbon Street Pub around 8 and were able to get right next to the stage. They had amazing hosts that guided us through the stage shows that began at 8:30 and lasted through the night, keeping the audience lively and excited. I was honestly worried that we got there too soon, and that we were going to get bored waiting for midnight, but I was happily proved wrong. This tradition began years ago with Joey Schroeder, the owner of Bourbon Street Pub. He was brainstorming about a gay-themed event that would be similar to the ball drop in Times Square. He decided to build a giant high-heel shoe in 1997 and lower a drag queen from the 2nd floor balcony, and it's been happening ever since. A drag queen named Sushi was the first drag queen lowered at midnight, and she was the same queen who was lowered for years and years after.
You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely, baby. Let it be. Forget your lies, forget your ties. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your hair, your dead eyes stare. I swear anything.
Starting this year, there was a competition created to decide which drag queen would have the honor to be lowered, with the runners-up being able to perform on the main stage throughout the night. This year's winner was Mulan Alexander, who took the stage, performed, and then was raised up into the shoe around 11 o'clock. She observed the performers from the shoe from 11 until midnight when she was lowered again, and then gave an electrifying performance. There was a variety of stage performers throughout the night, a piano player belting out well-known tunes, various drag queens from the area, and the headliner, Rye Rivers, who is an openly gay country music performer. He was the first gay country singer to perform the national anthem at an NFL game. He was incredible throughout the night, stealing the hearts of girls and gays while performing Neon Moon right before midnight.
I told you, forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you've asked me to do. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth.
12, 11, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Stopped at the 7 Mile Bridge. I'm on the way home, basically. I'm gonna make a stop in Orlando, and on the way just stopping to see some sights. We left Key West early while all the people who partied the night before were still asleep, and we avoided all the traffic. Doing this allowed us to make a few more stops than we were able to make on the way in. I do wish I had more time to walk some of the bridge, but I had a special surprise waiting for my mom, who didn't know we were heading to Disney World. Up until this point, she hadn't been to Disney for about 30 years or more, and that's when she was the one who was taking me. We checked into Coronado Springs, a Disney resort, and then got to Disney to ride her favorite ride, It's a Small World. We rode a few more rides, and we saw the fireworks.
Wow. Oh, there it is. Wow. Oh, how pretty.
Alright, this is our first ride. It's a Small World.
It's a small world.
It was great to see her light up from the surprise, and hopefully it brought back some memories for her. Are you planning to head to Disney soon? Do you need some pointers? Make sure to check out my YouTube on my page giving some best tips. And now for the second ride, the Haunted Mansion. planning this visit with Mom was a bit tough, as she's had some feet issues for many years. I got her a cane chair, and while she doesn't need the cane, the fold-out seat allowed her to view both the New Year's Eve show and the fireworks at Disney while not being in pain. All this to say, she's a great example of making no excuse to go out there and live.
We're on the final ride now, Pirates of the Caribbean. Mom may get a little bit wet, but she's doing good. We just watched the fireworks show. She was smiling a lot.
My favorite part of Disney is it's a small world. I just love that. There were no low points of the whole day. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Thanks for coming along. Comment, like, and subscribe, and enjoy some laughs before you go.
So do I say? So do I say we were on a cruise ship?
Is it good?
Good. I might even know.
Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How is it?